Sorry for the delay there. I rushed to do a thing. So a couple weeks ago, when we wanted to launch the podcast, I had an error code, and I went to go and just leave it up so I could read it out this time and read it properly. But it turns out you can't switch scenes or unmute mics if that error is still up. So
Makes sense.
I had
Yeah.
to rush to grab a screenshot. An error has occurred with the output. Please check your streaming and recording settings. Object is not advanced streaming.
Object is not advanced streaming.
Yeah.
It's a great message. Fantastic stuff. Good job, everyone.
Yeah. So that's a thing. Go ahead.
So time to Google it.
I mean, I think it has something to do with recording settings, not streaming, because the streaming works. I can see it. But yeah, so that's the thing. Welcome back to Falcon Paladin Hour Redux for episode 423.
Indeed. We were 20 minutes into the first attempt at this, and my power went out for 3 hours, which was exciting.
It was neat. Big fan of power.
Yeah,
I thought you had a UPS.
I do. And it didn't work. I'm trying to figure that out right now.
Okay.
Because I'm like, okay, it's, I don't know, a couple years old. Maybe the battery's bad. So, but I've got this little Windows program that's like, hey, let's connect to your backup battery and see how things are going. And it's like, no, you're good. You should be good for like 45 minutes with what you're doing right now if the power goes out. So it's not that.
For your webcam just like flashed a black screen or something. And I watched it on like the webcam window, my OBS, and then the like actual live version flashed through like black as it updated for a second. I'm like, oh, the power's gone again. Like, I just had a little mini heart attack.
That would have been very funny. I'm complaining about the power going out, and it's like, let's do it again. It's time.
Do it again. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it works. I'm trying to figure out how I can test it to see if it works. I guess like flip the breaker to this room, I guess.
Yeah. I was gonna say, just like, yeah, that's. Can you just unplug it from the wall and see if it auto clicks on? Like, you don't even need to.
Ooh, yeah, that might work.
Just pull it now.
Yeah.
Do it.
I mean, it's behind the desk, and I have to move the desk, and I'm not gonna do that.
Well, if it's broken, you have to do that anyway.
Yeah,
Or replace it.
correct.
So.
Don't want to do that now.
Yeah.
Maybe later.
Maybe later.
Yeah. So what's crazy is the Rocky Mountain Power Company, which does the power in this area of the state, they have a website that's like, hey, here are some outages. It's our outage map, right? So you know what's going on.
Yep.
So first thing I did was check on the local Facebook page for the neighborhood that's like, is anybody else seeing power outage? And yes. A lot of people are seeing power outage. Okay, it's not just me. Noted. So I text the Rocky Mountain Power notification line, text them like, hey, out here, here's my address, here's my phone number. They're like, great, thanks for reporting it. Awesome, we'll get on that.
Yeah.
So sit there for 45 minutes. I check the outage map on my phone, nothing. There's a place on the website where you can be like, check the status of your outage, see how it's going. I check it, nothing. We don't actually have any reports of an outage near your area. And I'm like, And everyone in the neighborhood group's like, yeah, I reported it. Like there's 10 people at least who reported this, right?
Yeah.
And the website's just like, nope, everything's fine. The map's like, there's an outage down 40 miles south. Is that what you want? And I'm like, but
The website's just cached. That's all.
I guess.
Yeah.
Well, they've got a Twitter account too,
Oh.
where the Twitter account announces outages and it's like, okay, here's our ETA. And then when it's fixed, they announce that too on the Twitter account. Nothing there. So after 3 hours of nothing, I'm like, boy, I might not have power for the rest of the night. This might not be back until tomorrow.
Do you think someone could sue the power company if they got broken into because Twitter told them that their security systems would be offline because the power's out in your area? Like, oh, power's out in this suburb. Let's go rob houses there. And then you're like, well, I got robbed because the power company said that the security cameras weren't working.
Maybe, but I don't know. They tweets, they do it anyway. Tweets any
I'm just popped into my head.
like 3 days ago, so they're still doing it. Just not for us,
Just not for you.
apparently.
No. Of course
Yeah.
you don't deserve it.
So no, so 2 hours and like 50 minutes into it, bam, power comes back on, and I'm like, I checked the website again, I checked the Twitter account again, nothing. No announcement, no like, we fixed the thing, this is what happened, like they usually do.
Mm-hmm.
Like the one that I had that was like 16 hours 2 or 3 years ago, they said, yeah, somebody drove into a power substation
Right.
and wiped out an entire region basically. So this is what's happening. We're going to get on it. It'll take us a long time. So that was nice. This time, nothing at all. And an hour after the power came back, I got a text from Rocky Mountain Power that said, hey, service has been restored in your area. And I was like, yeah, I know. It's been an hour. But it didn't tell me anything of what it was or anything. So I don't know. I guess maybe if the outage isn't big enough, they just don't bother putting it on the map or tweeting about it. They're just like, it's only like 40 homes and we're going to be on it in the next couple hours. We're not going to bother, right?
Yeah. I mean, it could be a matter of just like, it's only a couple people. Like the outage we noticed is like 3 streets. It's fine. Like,
yeah.
What are the chances they use Twitter and they follow us and all they've thought to look at it, you know?
Yeah.
So I probably brought this up the last time you told me about someone driving into a power pole or whatever. But, so in 2007, there was a power outage that I remember because a man stole a tank and was driving it around some streets near where I live.
Holy what?
A Sydney man accused of stealing an ex-army tank and demolishing a string of mobile phone towers also damaged another tank before his multi-million-dollar rampage, a court was told today. Yeah, this happened 2007. He stole a tank. Yeah.
From where? Where was said tank?
Let's see. It is alleged... Nope, that's just another location. Please set that after driving the Trojan APC on the road. He used it to ram an Optus mobile antenna. It was probably at one of the army locations, if I had to guess.
But I mean, that's hard. That's difficult. I mean, this was an active duty tank, or was this like we decommissioned a tank and it was in like someone's at a business's front yard or you know what I mean?
Yeah, it was decommissioned.
Okay.
A privately owned Trojan armored personnel carrier, usually hired out for weddings and monster truck shows.
So it wasn't in a military base. That makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, I don't want to be persnickety, but an APC is not a tank.
Oh, right. Sorry.
But the phrase "Tanks Man $6 million Rampage" is a way better headline than APC Man.
Right. Then personnel carrier, not as cool, turns out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd remember that too. What an amazing story. Holy crap.
Good times.
Good times. Good times with power outages. Sure hope that doesn't happen again. Dude, Mega Falcon was freaking the hell out. I'm like, dude, it is. I know you have diagnosed ADHD. I know you struggle without having your electronics for any amount of time, but honestly, it's not even a whole 3 hours.
Yeah, like assuming his devices still had power, like you still had a phone, a Switch maybe.
Yep.
Like all these would have had power.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, laptop. Yeah, it was still just freaking out anyway because the ADHD, it's a thing.
Sure.
Anyway.
That's fair enough.
Yeah, but he graduated from high school, so hey, let's go.
Woo!
Good
Does he
stuff.
have any plans now that high school's over? Like he's like
Not currently. I should probably hit him up one of these days, see what he wants to do.
Give him a couple weeks. Let him take the summer off or something.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, he's working for Walmart, which is not much of a taking the summer off experience.
Well, I mean, yeah, but all he has to do is not step up to full time, and he has all of the time in which he would be at school done. Like he free essentially. Instead, he still just works part time then. Like
Right.
That's still a lot of time off.
True. Not bad.
Yeah.
It's way better than school and work. Truth.
So, what's American school like? Because here we have the HSC, which is the higher school certificate exams, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you do those, and that's what you're trying to get at the end of high school, right? These HSC exams and your results for that. You want to get good bands. Good bands mean good unis, stuff like that. But
Yeah.
when you're done with them, you're not technically done with school.
Right.
Like, even though there's like no more assignments because there's only like a month left or whatever, they still want you to go into school, and it's like, well, teaching me anything now isn't going to be on the exam. I'm already done. Why?
Right. If that's your mentality about what school is, then correct. Yes.
Sure. It's actually daycare, so parents can get back to work. I understand this, but does he still have to go to school, or is he like, nope, I'm done? Because your school years end at different times than our years. So it's like, is this?
Yeah. No. His graduation was on Monday. He got his diploma, and that's it. He's done. He doesn't go back.
Because I had to, like, we have graduation before school's over. I remember this vaguely, not very well, because again, it was 15 years ago, and I was just out of hospital on surgery on pain meds and stuff for my broken ankle. But I remember being in school, like, I got out of the hospital on the day graduation was, because you can graduate and finish school, but not get a really shit result in HSC. So those things aren't connected. You can be done and graduate and still get a shit result. Like if you just walk into the exam, write your name and get a 0, you still technically get it. You just results are really poor. You get a really crap ATAR.
Yeah, that's weird.
So I think for logistical reasons, they do graduation earlier. I don't remember, like, I think we were still like in school. Like classes were a joke, but
right. That time of the year it always is.
Yeah.
So they still do like the whole big time college testing thing, and then they still have to go to school after that. But not after you officially get your diploma that says you're graduated and you're done with high school. That's weird.
It's entirely possible that I could be misremembering, because like I wasn't there for the ceremony, and I don't remember how much I was going to school when I was still recovering.
Right.
I
kind of a haze.
Vaguely remember that some people were still going, and like there might have been other legitimate reasons to go. People doing art projects might have wanted to like finish it while I had access to the resources and stuff like that. Things like that. But
yeah,
Anyway, good for him. For graduating.
Yeah, very proud.
How much longer for the next ones?
2 years for middle kid.
2 years,
and then 4 for daughter.
Yep.
We're getting there, man. 4 years ago is not that long ago.
It sure isn't.
No. Gross.
Completely. Yeah. Yep.
Not a fan. Getting older is not okay. Should have options for this.
Senescence research, please hurry up and solve it.
Yeah. Wait, what'd you say? Senescence?
Senescence. It's the science of aging, I believe.
Oh. Makes sense.
Senescence. Senescence or biological aging is the gradual deterioration of function characteristics in living organisms. Yeah. I knew it.
Okay.
Yep. Doesn't really roll off the tongue, senescence, but it's not catchy enough. But it's there. It's a thing.
It's a thing. It's a thing. Yeah. Well, I don't know. If nobody ages to the point that they die, then we have weird population problems, and we have Like, I think old people not letting go of power is tough now.
Yeah.
Like, let's wait until they can live until they're 1,000. Holy smokes!
Right. Look at Warhammer, where everyone's old and in charge, but they just rejuvenate all the time. Yeah.
Yeah, not good. Not good.
So I mean, people will still die. If you get hit by a
Mm-hmm.
car, no amount of not aging or stop you from.
Yeah. I know you still have the problem though. Still
Right.
got the population issues.
Well, I mean, to a degree, if everyone goes, okay, I can now live till I'm 1,000. Why am I having kids at 30? I'm gonna have them at 700. By the time you're 700, you get. Yeah, I'm pretty used to not having kids. I think what happens is the opposite. You know.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's a good question. Does being able to live until you're 700 mean you're fertile until you're 700, or does your fertility dry up normally, but then you can live beyond that point, right?
Right. Well, I
What's the world we're envisioning here?
assuming we stop aging, right? And I'm going to go with the senescence definition of the gradual deterioration of functional characteristics in living organisms. If we halt deterioration, I feel like being fertile is not being fertile is a deterioration. So yeah, I'm going to assume we are.
Okay,
Yeah.
so in that case, you can be 700 and have a kid. Fair enough.
Also, you can freeze things now. They can be frozen for a while, right?
I don't know how long, but yeah, definitely can be.
Yep. And who knows? 700 years, they'll have figured that. You can grow everyone in a petri dish. It'll be fine.
Yeah, easy.
Easy.
Just drop it in water. Bam, instant baby.
Yeah. Very three-body problem. We're just rolling up the ancient husks of people and throwing them back into water to rehydrate them. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I forgot about that from Three Body Problem. Good grief. What a weird show. Is that ever coming back?
I don't know. I keep being told to watch the show. Where is it? Where is the show?
Netflix.
Oh, I've decided I'm gonna have a month of Netflix and catch up on some stuff. So that's good news.
Scheduled to premiere in late 2026. There you go.
Cardiac infection.
God damn it! What the? I open Netflix and it immediately auto plays me an ad. It was House. It wants to autoplay a House, but I have desktop audio on. So it's immediately House doing stuff. Need to mute the tab.
Blasted.
Yeah. Very attractive to you, Laurie, but not what I'm here for at the moment.
True facts.
Yeah, okay. Maybe I can add this to the list of things I'm watching in a month.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
It's all right. It's not incredible. There are some good moments. There's some interesting stuff. There's some hot actors, which helps.
Yeah.
It's pretty smart, but not smart as it thinks it is. I don't think.
Right. I think having listened to the book, I think it's got the same problem that Andy Weir does, where it's like, we did the math, let me show you. And then it's a lot of like, no, I get it. I get the math. Please. You don't need to explain it to me. I'm used to sci-fi where they just tell me a thing and I go, yeah, okay. It's fiction. It's fine.
Right. And it's kind of the same thing where I think the book does that for Three Body Problem, but the TV show is like, nope, you're not doing that. Maybe to an extent to where it feels like maybe we're not as smart as we say we are, but we're not going to bog you down. So
Yeah.
we're not doing that. Yeah.
Yep.
Holy smokes. So I've been watching season 4 Simpsons with Mega Falcon, right?
Season 4 of The Simpsons, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he was like, I keep seeing Simpsons clips. Instagram keeps sending them to me.
Uh-huh.
And you keep saying new Simpsons sucks, but old Simpsons is the best. So let's watch some old Simpsons. And I'm like, deal. So, and I was like, all right, season 1's kind of rough. And like, I don't know. I seem to remember things getting really awesome in season 4. So we're going to start in season 4. And there are so many epic moments and like memeified moments in season 4 of The Simpsons. He keeps just being like, oh, like the Leonardo DiCaprio pointing at the TV meme over and over and over again.
Right.
Yeah, it's great. And last night we finished an episode. It was Lisa's First Word, which is a great episode. And then it says like next one, monorail, and he's like, monorail, I know monorail, and I'm like, I gotta go to sleep tomorrow. He's like, but monorail. Yeah, it is just banger after banger after banger in season 4. It's just
good.
it used to be good. It used to be good.
So I saw a YouTube video just yesterday, and it was a guy saying, I've got to admit when I was wrong, because apparently a year ago or something, he made a Simpsons is good again video, right?
What the hell deranged take is that?
Apparently, season 35 is legitimately quite good. Yeah, no,
It is not impossible.
No,
Continue.
Apparently, it's fine, right? It's very weird from The Simpsons, right? Yeah, judging from some of the clips he was playing and the things he was talking about, it looks like Simpsons was trying to be Rick and Morty.
Yeah, makes sense. I can see them trying that.
Yeah, and then this is him being like, no, but season 36 is just awful. Like, it's really bad. And so I was looking at like the comments on this video, because like people are like, I expected people to have the same opinion you did, which is no, there are no good seasons of The Simpsons anymore. And someone's just like, hey, I'm a farmer here. This is what is known as rallying. When an animal gets sick, it gets better for a little bit, and then it dies.
Right. People do that too. People who are like old and sickly, they'll have like a good day, and in nursing homes are like, ah, shit, they're gonna die in the next week, and they do. So yeah, exactly, same thing. So yeah, there's this guide to the quality of The Simpsons over the seasons. You can clearly scientifically see how it's gotten worse and worse and worse and worse. And Fox refuses to let it die because it makes them too much money even now.
It's true.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah. So I'm not sure when I'm going to stop. Definitely 4, 5, 6, and 7. Might go through season 10, possibly. We'll see.
See how he's doing. Like, you don't have to do it.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, season 11 has some good episodes.
Right. And that's the trick. Is that eventually you're like, this season has 3 good episodes out of 25.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not suggesting you keep going till season 20. Nope, 25 has more than... It has 4 episodes above 7.5. So, like... Still, out of 22, it's not worth it. Like,
I think I've told this story before, but sometime back in like 2010, right? I was like, haven't watched The Simpsons in a while. I know it sucks, but let's see what's going on. So just Sunday night, Simpsons is on, and I turn it on. I'm like, okay. I sit down and I watch it. It is the worst pile of shit episode of Simpsons in the history of the show. It is centered around Lady Gaga. There are no jokes. It is like, Lady Gaga's on our show. Holy crap. Let's sing some songs and do some boring conversations about Lady Gaga. And I was like, oh, this is what Simpsons is, I guess.
Yeah.
And I turned it off and never went back. And now, all these years later, it is consistently rated as the worst episode in the history of the show. Even worse than stuff we're getting in season 36. So I completely screwed up the timing there. Like, it was not fair to judge the current state of the show on that episode, apparently.
The thing that you've shared, it literally has like, here's the highest rated episodes, here's the highest rated post Golden Age episodes, and here's the lowest rated episodes, and it's literally season 23, episode 22, Lisa Goes Gaga.
That's it.
It stands out. It is the brightest red in a sea of beigey reds and greens. Yeah.
I cannot believe I did that. I cannot believe that I was randomly one day like, I should watch an episode of The Simpsons. And that's the one I watched after like 5 years of not watching a single episode. It's crazy to me. Yeah, because for years I was just like, wow, The Simpsons is the worst thing I've ever seen now. Holy smokes. But no, unfair. Totally unfair. There probably were some great episodes in that season. I just didn't watch any of those.
Yeah, you should go back and watch, what is it, episode 8? It's the highest rated episode in that season, and see if it's any good.
Okay, I have to do that. Just for science.
Just for science.
See if I like it at all. Yeah. Yeah, Facebook keeps trying to give me Simpsons clips too, and I'm like, is there a drop shadow? It's new, it's shit. give me flat animation or give me death. And that's how I can tell the difference between the good stuff and the bad stuff.
Fair. So you said you're watching The Simpsons because of your kid getting like sent stuff on Instagram. Instagram nearly had me uninstall it last week. Or not even last week.
Dang, what was it sending you?
It was showing me in the recommendations April Fool's stuff. Like it decided posts from April 1st were going to be in the recommendations. And of course, I'm not looking at the time everything was posted when I'm like just watching. And so I'm just getting stories that's like, oh, did you hear the UK is banning mosh pits at metal shows? I'm like, what the absolute crazy shit is this? And it's just like, this is unacceptable, Instagram. I will not be doing this.
What part of the algorithm is like, we don't do this very often, but for very special individuals, we'll start serving them April Fool's content in June. Like, what?
It's bewildering.
Yeah, that sucks.
Mm-hmm. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to go into the settings, see what I can find. And I found turn off suggested content for 30 days. Right? So I should just see things from people I follow. And then I was like, okay, I'm at work, I'm on my break. I'm going to pull up Instagram and see what's there. And it's like, oh, yeah, that turn off suggested thing lasted a day and a half. Right? It's back to showing me just posts from whoever. I'm like, oh, okay. Settings don't even work. Great.
And again, like, it's so offensive to me that they're like, we'll give you a break, but we think if we bring it back next time, you'll really like it. What? Come on. No, take it away forever. If I want it away forever, take it away forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's stupid. My Instagram algorithm's pretty fine. It's like, here's video game stuff in general. Here's people talking about like movies and mostly movies and some NFL and NBA content, and that's it. I'm very rarely like, what the hell is this? Why is this in my feed?
Yeah, I mean, my stuff's usually pretty good. I get a lot of motorcycle stuff, metal stuff, and tattoo stuff. And then because it's Instagram hot chicks, and then hot chicks who are either into metal, tattoos, or motorcycles.
They got you pegged, sir. They know what you're all about.
And then occasionally someone like selling some scammy Yu-Gi-Oh shit as well. Like this, it could be a legit collaboration between this guy who makes like custom skateboards, but he's like, for season 2 of my Yu-Gi-Oh collection, I really want to focus on deep cuts. I'm like, I don't care. I'm not buying that. Fuck off with your ad. But yeah, so I just loaded it up, and here is suggested for you. I let this nasty cave creature bust in me, and now I'm going to have its ugly baby. And it's Gollum on the front cover of, like, a romance novel with a pregnant lady.
Wow.
As a book.
That is some true shit right there. Yeah. Amazing.
Here, I'm going to forward it to you so you can see that too, because Misery loves company.
I don't think... No. No. Can you delete a message in a DM without opening the DM?
Yeah, you could unfriend me. Yeah, I can unsend it.
Oh, and I forgot. Sometimes I get Warhammer stuff because I did send you a Warhammer thing yesterday.
Yes, Warhammer stuff.
Right. Yes.
Yeah. But you know what? I'll send this to my brother though. He'll hate it. Yeah. So there is a like a tiny sliver of stuff that's just unhinged shit on Instagram as well. It's usually
social media.
Someone saying something crazy, and then it like cuts to another person just being like, no. We don't need that. And like, I sent one to my brother and a friend the other day, which was a woman sitting in her car being like, so I'm going to tell you about the time his hemorrhoid busted in my mouth. And I'm like, and then it cuts to a guy going, nope, don't need that. No, thank you. People, I don't understand how you can sit down, put a camera in front of yourself, and then be like, I'm going to tell you about this time. Like, you can keep that to yourself. Secrets are okay, people. You can have secrets.
Hey, man. Views are views. People will do anything for views in 2026, including tell horrible stories that may or may not be true about hemorrhoids.
Yeah.
Man.
Ugh.
So I saw a clip from this lady who's sitting in her car telling a story, which is what a lot of Instagram is, right? She tells a story about basically trying to return like a vacuum sealer appliance or something that she bought and it wasn't working. It's just a whole comedy of errors, right? But bottom line, her delivery is like the best delivery I've ever seen in one of these things.
Okay.
She's not cutting constantly. She's not saying or like fumbling for her words. It is go, 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 go. Very clean, very interesting, like it's professional delivery type stuff, right?
Right.
So I'm like, don't see that very often. So this clip that they showed me was from like a year ago. So I'm like, what's she up to now? Does she just do this all the time? So her more recent videos, which by the way, this last video has gotten like 4x what she usually gets. She's like, yeah, this guy I was dating in Ireland, turns out he had a secret family, and I was going to fly out to Christmas with him, and I'm glad I didn't. Somebody found out and totally messaged me what was going on, and I was like, whoa, okay.
So I saw this maybe like a couple weeks ago, a month ago, but it was this woman doing like a montage being like, oh, someone in your life's going to tell you to take that trip to Ireland, and it's absolutely important that you do it because you'll meet the love of your life, and then you'll message and talk all the time, and then one day he might fly to America to meet you. And now I'm wondering, is that the same person?
Was it Ireland? Because it was very specifically Ireland.
It was specifically Ireland.
Holy shit, maybe it is.
We should not be laughing. That's a terrible thing that happened to that woman if it's true.
She's fine. I'm just going to say she's fine. She can find somebody else if she wants to.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah. It's tough out there, everyone. It's real tough.
It's real tough.
That's the story.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I had my VPN on because I was looking at Netflix in America to see what they had.
Yeah.
And I just forgot about it. And I opened up one of the dating apps and I'm like, oh, these people all seem very active in America. Like there's an arts and prop designer and like this person's like, I work for Silicon Valley Tech Company. I'm like, it's showing me a lot of people who are like holidaying in Australia, I guess. And then I realized, oh, my location is set to LA. It's showing me people within 25 kilometers of LA.
Okay. That's funny.
Oh.
I'm like, what is going on here?
Yeah.
Algorithms going wild all over the place this week.
Yeah.
That's great. Ah. All right. Should we Warhammer this thing?
Well, you don't want to talk about the PTR?
I mean,
Or do you want to
can I
talk
just tell you, I'm annoyed at how many people have been like, Falcon, did you see the huge changes they made to StarCraft? Have you played it yet? How is it affecting the ladder and the pro scene? And I'm like, okay, PTR means it's a proposed list of changes. Nothing has actually happened yet. Calm down.
Right, but
So I'm annoyed at it.
PTR means you can play it, and Pig did a tournament in it, and I could get you replays if you want to cast it. You could get that.
Nope. That is very true. That is very true. I understand this, but I'm just saying the number of people that think it's done and out there, and everyone's playing it now. I'm like, no, what? No.
I can tell you, a lot of people are playing it though.
Yes, which is good.
Yeah.
Which is good. It needs to be tested because Pig specifically said in his video, nobody ever tests these things. PTRs get released, and then 10 people try them out, and then they stuff makes it onto ladder, and I'm just like, what the hell? What? It's like, you could have done something about this. Play it, test it, give feedback. Yeah. So I'm glad people are doing it for this one. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, just to mention that if it goes through, we should probably talk about the fact that starting workers is now reduced from 12 to 8. That's
correct. That's the one thing. Even if someone knows nothing about the PTR except for that, they know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thoughts? Happy? Sad?
I mean, what I like about it is it's kind of a it's kind of a, I want to say counterproductive, I want to say contrary, but it's a counterintuitive idea that reducing the starter worker count is better for cheese. Because it is. Because with current builds and how this works, your Rax is going to be later, your pool is going to be later than it is right now. So that means the enemy has more time to get across the map and cannon rush you or proxy you or whatever they want to do. Early cheese right now is harder because everybody starts with 12 workers. You can get your hatch and your pool faster, and your Rax is almost immediate, and you're good to go, and it's so much harder to get that thing done. And so this just gives more early builds and a better chance of getting stuff done, which, I don't know. People like that. Some people like that. I'm not sure that most players are like, boy, I sure love getting cheese.
I kind of agree, but on the other hand, what I'll say is starting with 12 workers, it makes being greedy feel like it's way more valuable if you're very greedy, right?
Yeah.
Because you've already got 12 workers. Doubling down on workers gives you more workers much faster. It gives you another command center much faster. And if you're being very greedy, it doesn't matter if I've got 12 workers. If you're cannon rushing me or you're 12 pulling me or whatever, that's still pretty effective, right?
Right.
Cheese still has its place.
Right.
Yeah. But it is, yes, you can now do new builds. So that is
you can
true.
you could always cannon rush. You can always proxy if you want. It's just, it's harder when everybody starts with 12 workers. That's it.
Sure. It's true. It's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah. I like when Pig got to the part where he's like, these ghost changes are insane. Like, he's got some dude in his community who's been working on his own kind of update to StarCraft anyway, and he buffed the ghost.
Yeah.
And he called it the super ghost. And then he's like, Pig, what they did is like stronger than my super ghost. Like, they're going crazy here.
Yeah.
It's base damage though. Like, they're taking the amount of okay, first of all, snipe is non-interruptible now, which again, proposed non-interruptible. Also, you only get 2 snipes per full energy ghost instead of 4.
Yep.
And then the basic attack for the ghost is huge. Like, they tripled it or something. It's so much.
Base attack goes from 10 plus 10 to just 20. Right? So instead of getting 10 damage plus 10 for versus light, it's now just 20 to everything. Which is, it no longer just getting... It's literally doubling the damage against everything else that wasn't light, you know?
Right. So they can actually kind of fight at this point, which is insane. Yeah.
But they are flimsier. They have 25 less HP, down from 125, and they cost 3 supply instead of 2. So
that's big, right? I missed that part. That's really huge. Yeah. Okay, so that's fair. Anyway, so yeah, ghosts are interesting. There was something in there about mutas that I didn't understand. I don't think Pig understood it either.
So Mutalisk Glaives now prioritize targets, and the Arc Slop is increased to 180.
That's the one.
No idea what those words mean.
Okay, good.
If I had to guess, what I think it means is that when the Mutalisk bounce occurs, it can arc up to 180 degrees towards other units, right? In like direction. So, it can now move more left and right to targets instead of having to follow more of a straight line as it bounces.
Ah, interesting. Okay. It's kind of like giving it a wider splash radius.
If I had to guess what that means, it could not.
Right.
Off the top of my head, I'm trying to replay every time I've seen a Mutalisk thing bounce, and I'm like, doesn't it just go in any direction at once? You know? Right.
I remember it going like, here to there. I don't know.
We would need to line up a bunch of Marines, Zealots, and have them hold position, because Marines will just shoot a Mutalisk and fly one over and have it attack the one in the middle and see if it always bounces to a certain direction based on the direction the Mutalisk is looking. Yeah.
Somebody's got to test. I imagine Pig's probably figured out what this is by now. It's been a few days.
If I came up with that in 45 seconds, I feel like he should have figured it out, and his brain's way bigger.
And even if he just had to ask someone at Blizzard, like, hey, what the hell is this, right?
Yeah. I bet he has the intern's phone number.
I'm sure he does.
How do you feel about Warpgate?
Interesting. I mean, I'm trying to figure out how it changes warp gate rushes.
Yeah.
Because there's a part of me that still has trauma from the days when 4 warp gate rushes in Wings of Liberty was like the hardest thing anyone ever had to stop in their entire lives.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. So if those are kind of coming back, I don't know. Not really, though, because if every warp gate has to update warp gate on its own, and it costs 50 gas per, then that actually makes it worse.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's kind of all over the place.
What do you feel about warp in time no longer being determined by slow battlefields? It's just the same everywhere.
See, and that's what it used to be, right? That used to be throw down a pylon, bam, fast warp in, bam.
Okay.
You were around for that. That's not that old.
Is it pre-Legacy? That wasn't here before
No,
Legacy.
I swear it's Legacy where they said you have to have a gate or a nexus nearby the pylon to fast warp.
I don't know. I feel like that's pre-Legacy. Or maybe I came in with the change. I don't know. I remember the Mothership core. I missed that little thing. That thing was sick.
I'm pretty sure the Mothership core is prior to this change.
No.
Hold on. Let me check patch notes. Here it is. Wait, what? So patch 2.55. Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. Am I just way off here?
I feel like you're way off.
Oh, it's a Legacy of the Void beta patch. Okay, so
yep.
I was right, sort of. You were right.
Definitely.
It is before Legacy of the Void, but it's also kind of in Legacy of the Void.
Right.
Yeah. That's when it happened. Dang, I could have sworn that was closer to like 2018 or 2019, but nope. Definitely not.
No.
16 for sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, yeah, so that's what it was. And again, that was the build in Wings of Liberty was. You brought a probe over, you threw down one pylon kind of near the enemy natural base. Back home, you had your warp gates. You warped in a bunch of gateway stuff, and bam, you hit early, hard, very strong. It killed thousands and thousands of Zergs and Protosses and Terrans for a good few months in the early days of the ladder. But then, as should happen in RTS, this one build that was unstoppable was figured out, right? People figured out the timings. If you scout a 4 warp gate, do this, do this, do this, get this attack upgrade, put your buildings here, get this static defense, you can hold it, and then you can win. And it pretty much disappeared. So, yeah, I mean, nothing's unstoppable in StarCraft.
No. Nothing is. No.
Yeah.
Except for one Finnish man.
True. Except for that guy.
Yeah. I think the real biggest change that I'm legitimately looking forward to is changeling deaths are contagious to other nearby changelings. Legitimately. Some of the
It's
last
an anti-rogue patch note.
Yeah, the last StarCraft that I really watched professionally, right?
Yep.
TVZ, Zergs just had like 1,000 overseers sending out hordes of changelings to be like, you've got to target all these if you want to like hit my guys or just like not have me have entire map vision. So now that like first one just kills all of them, I'm like, great. Thank God.
Yeah. And yeah, that was a very specific, this messed up build that actually kind of works sometimes, not all the time.
Not all the time, but yeah.
It's not like, oh no, it's the Mass Overseer build. What do we possibly do? It's like, all right, this is going to be annoying to play against, and it might actually win.
It's just annoying, and it doesn't look very nice. That's my biggest concern. It doesn't look nice to watch. It wasn't fun. So I'm glad it's dying.
And it lags out GPUs.
Yeah, I mean,
like certain GPUs are just like, oh.
not a huge issue for pros since they're probably playing on all low settings. But yeah, if you find that one guy on ladder who's like, I'm gonna do the thing I saw Rogue do, it's like, and then his computer melts. Like,
down to 5 frames per second. Oh no.
Having a supply cap isn't for balance. It's so the computer knows when to stop like rendering things. You know?
Right. Honestly, yes. It is.
Yeah. I mean, Changeling should cost 0.1 supply as well.
Ooh, interesting. Yeah, I mean, I'm a fan of doing fractional supply costs for certain things. Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, it's already
Yeah.
in there because Zergling's at 0.5.
Right, right. Just doing it for more stuff would be nice.
Do it for more stuff, yeah.
They never want to. They never want to deal in fractions except for on the Ling. It's weird.
Yeah.
I'm just impressed that the StarCraft intern put this all out. Like, this was working 80 hours a week for probably like 5 months to get all this stuff in there.
Yeah, so I heard from Pig that, like, StarCraft 2 doesn't have its own dev team anymore. Like, the big joke is
Right.
it's the intern, but it's now falls under Blizzard Classic, right? Like,
Right.
and that
Right.
dev team oversees several games. And, like,
Right.
so, I don't know. They worked really hard. I don't know how long they were scraping Reddit and Liquipedia and stuff, finding ideas, or if they were having these ideas their own. But, hey, interesting stuff if nonetheless, right? Like, if it works and it gets to the ladder, maybe people will play again or enjoy it. Hopefully they won't just leave, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, but 100%. I did not think we would ever see a patch this big again.
Same.
Because obviously they're still doing stuff. They haven't abandoned it. They're still putting out balance patches. But like this is a lot and big changes in a lot of areas. So
I wonder if the design brief from Blizzard to their team was like, move as much as we can towards a point where we don't need to balance it anymore, right?
right.
Make it more like Brood War is how they sum that up. Like,
Right.
we don't have to touch Brood War. We want to not touch StarCraft. What is, like, some ideas to get us there? And, like, what if we lowered the workers? And I'm like, that is more
Right.
like Brood War. Excellent point. Tick.
It is. And another thing that's more like Brood War is don't be so afraid of overpowered shit. Because StarCraft has overpowered shit. Everybody has their own overpowered shit. And so you can counter their overpowered stuff with yours. That's how it works. Don't be like, this is too strong, kill it every time. Like, sure,
Right.
sometimes it's probably a good idea, but maybe let something stick around for a minute, see what happens.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Although, I mean, at this point, Zerg has won the last 6 straight ASLs, so
How many
maybe
in a-
Defilers really are just too overpowered.
how many would they need to win in a row before people ask Blizzard to patch it?
I mean, people are screaming constantly now.
Oh, really?
So, 6.
Okay.
I mean, after Soul Key won 4 straight, people are pretty loud about it.
Okay. Okay.
And then Soul Key is like, I'm not going to practice as hard. And he doesn't win. Everyone's like, hooray, the time of Zerg is over. And then someone's like, hold on.
Hold my bit.
That's what you think. Yeah.
Hold my
And he wins
soju.
2 in a row. And it's like, oh. I'm a Zerg. And even I'm like, oh. Protoss hasn't won an ASL since 2021.
Yeah. It's almost as bad as StarCraft 2.
Almost. Poor Protoss, man.
As at least it's not all ZVZ finals for ASL though.
No.
Okay.
No, like Terrans and Protoss are making it to the end. They just can't
They all
complete
stumble at
the
the end.
deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Flash in the finals of this last one.
Yeah.
And it went 7 games. So it wasn't like someone just wrecked. But in the end, Zerg won anyway.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Yeah. State of StarCraft right now. Interesting.
It's interesting. Yeah, it's interesting. All right, Warhammer.
Warhammer.
Woo. Where do we want to start? Book or other things?
Well, we can talk about John Blanche dying if you want.
Yeah, we can for sure.
Is that really how you discovered that John Blanche had died? Was my post to the Warhammer channel in the Discord server?
Yep, some shitty meme. Yep, that's how I learned.
Hot dang. All right.
Because weirdly, I will occasionally look at Discord while I'm at work, but not,
The Reddit.
Reddit or Warhammer community posts,
Right.
which came out a day after the news broke. But yeah,
Yeah. I mean, this is a pretty good meme. At least it, like, highlights his art. That's nice.
That's true. That's like the sentiment is nice, but it is, it's Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Like, there's nothing wrong with the meme. I'm just grumpy because like it's annoying that this is how it happened. You know.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's
fair.
I do love his art. His art is great. I recently, not recently, probably like a year ago, I bought Voodoo Forest by John Blanche, which is it's all prints of his art, and there's a bunch of really cool Warhammer stuff in there. It's a book worth getting. I think it's sold out like everywhere now.
I imagine with the latest news, yes.
Yeah, but it's great.
Yeah, he's great. Like his vision, his visual understanding, and what he understands Warhammer to be is everything. Like it's what it is. It's what they use for everything now. Every piece of art, every video game design for it's all him. It's awesome.
Yeah, he was doing art for Warhammer in like the late 80s. That's how foundational it is to Warhammer. It cannot be overstated how impactful his stuff is. So there's the recent trailer that was really good. A lot of that is based on the Emperor, and it's the Emperor as a guy on a throne with a big red eye. And that original art is John Blanche's.
Right.
And there are interviews with John Blanche where he's saying that's never meant to be the literal Emperor, that's just like a thing that people get to go and see, and the actual Emperor is like in a tube behind it somewhere, like thousands of wires plugging him into him everywhere. Like that might have been his original intent, but it's definitely become true that that's just how the Emperor is on there. And in symmetry with that new trailer, the Warhammer community post, very short, just briefly mentions how unmistakable his art style is, but it finishes with the universe John helped create is a big place. He will be missed. Which, as parallel to the trailer, the trailer's really great. I want to gush about the trailer because it's a fantastic little piece of animation that explains how awful everything is.
Yeah.
And it makes it's basically the script for that is reading the intro that is on like every Warhammer book about how the Emperor is the master of mankind by the might of his inexhaustible armies. It's the cruelest regime match, blah, 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 blah. But they switched up to the original ending of that to really, like, nail home some grim darkness at the end of that, which is, you will not be missed.
Right.
And to then...
Warhammer.
Yes. Super Warhammer. But to parallel that with John Blanche to be, he will be missed. It almost feels like James Workshop killed him so that they could time it. Like, now, that's pretty gauche to suggest, because like he was an older dude. Maybe they knew his health was in poor state. I don't know, but it's just like it's so perfect a coincidence that I'm like, did they plan it? Did they?
I mean. No.
Probably not. Probably not. That would be wild.
Super wild.
Yeah. So anyway, new trailer for 11th edition of 40K, which, holy crap, I didn't even get to play a game of 10th. Which,
oh no.
Yes, that does mean I have not played a game of Warhammer 40K in 3 years.
Dang.
Yeah. So 11th edition is out. And they put out a new cinematic trailer. That I think the technical definition is goes hard. Is that
100%?
Is that fair?
It's fair. And what I said in the Discord server when you posted it, it is an insanely admirable 3-minute summary of 40K.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, when you were trying to get me into 40K, if you've been like, here's this thing, watch it, it's only 3 minutes, I'd be like, all right. Bam. I think it nails everything. I think the tone is perfect. I think it highlights enough of the different factions. It really, I mean, highlights what the Imperial Guard are all about at its core, which I think is important. I mean, the Emperor, his importance to everything, what he is. Like, it's just awesome. It is
It's
so good. Oh yeah, you're pulling it up. Awesome.
I'm pulling it up because it is great. There's this what you're seeing on the screen is a guy supposedly on Terra. It's a guy. He's just a human, and later he's a guardsman. But it's talking like I've got it muted, and I'm tempted to unmute it, but like I don't want to get these. I don't want to get hit by Games Workshop's many Warhammers. But I have seen other YouTubers who are like, I'm just gonna play it in full in my video, like full screen and everything. So I'm like, I feel like I can get away with it.
Yeah.
It tells you about the Emperor and how he needs to be fed, and this thing called the Warp, and like Warp gods, and really evocative imagery of like this what you're just seeing, which is statues for the Gothic architecture on the ships that is then transposed to be the people that are fed to the Emperor, and all of this stuff. It's so good.
It's so good.
At showing you that, and like there's this little bit here where they've repurposed some fighting between Blood Angels and some orcs, which I believe is part of Dawn of War trailer, and I'm like, okay, it's fine.
I wouldn't be surprised.
They want to have a fight scene because like Warhammer is not all grim and dark. It is action in places, and that's fine. But it definitely feels separate to how awful everything is for the rest of the video. You know.
Yeah.
Like awful in not bad, but like it's awful to be there, right? Space Marines having a big fight feels like it's fun for them, or it's like an action movie. But fighting the Necrons feels like you're having a fight, and that's fun because having a fight is fun. People like having fights in video games and tabletops and reading the narratives. That's a lot of fun, but like seeing a guardsman get butchered by a Chaos Space Marine and then is tortured in the Warp is not fun. But that is what Warhammer is.
Right.
In spirit.
Do the Titans just striding overhead? Like,
Yeah.
Holy shit. That is an amazing, amazing shot.
Yeah. It's great.
Because it's, again, from the perspective of the Imperial Guard, which Warhammer does both. Warhammer gives you the, hey, you're part of a crew for a Titan. You are above the ground. You're above it all. You're not on the ground. This is just your home. It's not that weird. It's not that crazy. But then other times they're like, okay, here's a story of Imperial Guardsmen, and there's a Titan. Holy what?
Right.
And they give you that perspective too, which I think is really important.
Yeah, it's probably the second or third or fifth time that I watched this. I was watching the Guardsman look up at the Titan, and I was just thinking of the scene in Only in Death by Dan Abnett with Darlin, who's like, I wish like I had a dream where I wanted to be a Titan's princeps, and I wouldn't care about what I stepped on because I could just say, but I gave you a victory. That's what matters. Like watching this, I can feel that sentiment in that guardsman watching the Titan stride over his little trench like it's nothing, firing off round after round and plasma shots everywhere. Such a great,
so good. It's
so
good. It is like Blizzard cinematic level good.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know the quality is quite as good as what Blizzard can do because they're wizards, but just conceptually,
Yeah.
and how they built it and everything is Blizzard level quality for sure.
Yeah, for sure. It's a masterpiece of telling, like a storytelling, or it's not even storytelling, it's setting telling, you know?
Yeah.
And some people have been like, oh, where's the Votann? Or where's the Drukhari? Or where's the Tau?
Where's the Tau?
I feel like Tau actually don't belong in that. It is right to leave the Tau out. Because the Tau are so young and naive in terms of the setting that they don't know about the Warp. They probably don't really know that the Emperor's a real dude on a chair somewhere screaming for all time.
Right. They're playing their own game. They're not playing Warhammer, really.
No. And, like, yes, okay, the Tau Var might be brain controlling them and all this stuff, and that might just be Imperial propaganda because they can't believe anyone would work together just of their own free will because it's the actual best thing to do for everyone involved, you know?
Right.
They have their own grimdark shades, but they don't belong here. This is very much about the Imperium and the Empire, and people who are too inexperienced in Warhammer, even as a Warhammer faction, They don't belong here. It's fine. Leave them out.
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
Totally.
There's a
fine.
lot. There is so much stuff
Yeah.
out there. Getting all of it in is just too much, I think. They're like 3 minutes, 3 minutes tops. We have to cut some stuff. What are we going to cut? Fine.
3 minutes 43. It's
Yeah.
almost 4 minutes.
4 minutes tops.
Yeah.
Right.
And oh man, the final shot of the Emperor with the lightning flash and the eyes looking right at you. I'm like, oh,
Dude.
that's cool.
Dude. There's a couple Facebook groups that I follow that do Warhammer memes and stuff, and the subreddits for Warhammer. Like, everyone's going nuts with all of that. Mm-hmm. Everyone's like, "Is he getting up? Like, what are we doing here? Like, this frame, it looks like maybe he's smiling, right?" People are going crazy with that.
Yeah. I have seen people talk about how this is Games Workshop trying to do a shift back to a less hopeful setting. They want to get back to the grim dark because, like, over the last 7 years, the Imperium's had 2 Primarchs return, and they're like,
Right.
are things getting better for the Imperium? And so 11th edition comes out. They've had several years of hopeful setting, plus a lot of people being like, the Imperium's the right guy. They're the good guys. And like, how do we change that? How do we refocus that and to be like, no, these are not the good guys. You need to get that thought out of your head because it's awful. You will not be missed. The last time they used the phrase, you will not be missed, is when they had to have their community guidelines kind of post being like, leave,
right.
fuck off. We don't want you. You will not be missed. And that's its use here is, I think, in the same kind of broad stroke. And it is somewhat telling. No Primarchs.
It is.
No Primarchs here either. That they're like, we're going...
Right.
Like, I don't think they're going to write Guilliman or the Line out of stories that they had prepared. But the idea that, like, they're not going to be center stage characters in Warhammer, the story moving forward.
Interesting. Could be.
Could be.
You could be right. I don't know.
Yeah. That said, the Line will still be in Dawn of War 4, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He will be.
I've always wondered, the Emperor gets his eye popped by Horus in the End and the Death, and he's hauled to the Golden Throne, and he's pumped full of tubes and cables and stuff. Who goes, augmetic eye is what he needs? Just, like,
Right.
let him have a socket? Who's the tech priest looking at that and going, he needs to be able to see in X-ray, you know, or heat vision or something.
Yeah.
He needs thermals while he's stuck on this chair.
It's a rule of cool thing.
Oh,
it's just like
Totally.
that was the decision made. Yes.
Yeah.
There's nothing in world that makes any sense with that at all.
John Blanche was like, this will look really sick if he has one big red eye. And
Right.
they've had the
They're like,
they've-
John, you know what you're talking about.
you son of a bitch, I'm in. Like,
Yeah. You did it again.
yeah.
Yeah. It's great. No notes. Super good.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a reason
It's
it was
just like that episode of Levels on Amazon where they did the Warhammer thing too. That was just crushing it.
That I will say looks better than anything I think Blizzard's done.
Ooh. Good. Ooh. I'd have to do some
Scene by scene comparisons, yeah.
Yeah.
Fair. That's fair. I'm definitely gonna be biased in that. So like take my word with a grain of salt. Yeah. All right, so that's that. The book,
The book.
The Warmaster, by Dan
Yes,
Abnett.
indeed it is. The Warmaster.
Where to start with?
We're
the
still
War-
crusading, Somicron. The crusades are still ongoing. The Sabbat worlds are still under attack and need to be reclaimed.
They do. Yep. Can't leave
Yep.
Sabbat worlds undefended or in arch traitor hands.
Is this the one series in Warhammer literature that actually takes the time to be like, no, really, these crusades and these wars take decades. Like, it really takes a long time. We're going to spend time with people on the ground and watch them age as they do this.
Yeah, probably. It's probably the only. It's like one of the longest series in Warhammer, and like the one alternative that I have that I off the top of my head that's just as long is Caiaphas Cain, where we see him all the way through to his retirement, right?
Yeah.
And then we get a couple stories while he's in retirement because it's Caiaphas Cain and you can't keep him, you can't kill him, so it's fine.
Right.
But at no point is that like Caiaphas on Crusade doing a specific series of war zones. It's always shown as like, and then the Valhallans went here and did a thing, and then they went there and did a thing. Not we're on the Sabbat Worlds Crusade. So yeah, I think this is the first time that they've been like, or the only time that I know of where there's a small little area Dan's carved out for himself called the Sanguinary Worlds or the Sabbat Worlds. And we're going to watch a regiment go from founding to being the personal regiment of a Lord Militant Commander. And
overnight. Real fast.
Well, yeah. If you call 11 books real fast, sure.
Well, I just mean in this book it's fast.
Yeah, it is fast. What I will say is something that I really enjoy in all the other books is it opens with a little statement about how the Crusade's going. And often it'll be like, and Warmaster Makarov tasked this little group to go and do a thing over here, and it kind of mattered and it was kind of important. Blah blah blah, but it's like a paragraph, and including in I think in First and Only where it's like, and the new Warmaster pulled everyone for like this massive rush to capture these core worlds, and that left him overtaxed, like overstretched, and a Chaos Fleet was able to get through to their backline and destroy Tanith. That's why Tanith burns, is because of something, a character who finally shows up in like book 11 or 12, I'd have to go and count.
Yeah.
But now, all of these actions that were like, oh, it's just the Warmaster, they're giving us a little update on the story that's overhanging this. But now we're in it, it's real, and you go, oh, I remember that thing in this other book where Makarov did this and that, and I get that. That's this guy. He's nothing like what that book made me think about him, you know?
Right.
I thought...
Again, did we retcon?
No, I don't think so. I don't think
this was his vision for Makarov the whole time?
I don't know about the general character of the person was always the same, but all of those paragraphs are Makarov doing tactical decision. And in this, they're like, Makarov's whole thing is big picture. And all of those things are big picture kind of things, right? Like, I have a strategy that I want to do. Let's go do it, you know? And usually that causes problems for someone. But you're playing with your mic cable, aren't you?
No.
I could hear it.
Yes?
Yeah, okay. You said no, but it was fine. So I'm like, oh, okay, maybe not. Maybe I'm hearing things.
Is it still bad?
No, it's fine.
Oh, okay, we're good.
Yeah.
It doesn't usually recover that fast. Good enough. Sorry, yes. We're good. I heard you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I maybe there's a spirit of retcon in there, maybe. But I feel like the fact that we were never told what he looks like helps, you know.
Certainly true.
And like, okay, so we're skipping around things, which is that the ghosts had a bit of time skip. A sort of like
they often do, though. It's not like this is weird.
Well, this is weird because while there's often a time skip in the thing where it's like, okay, the last book was 2 years ago, we're shown the events on the way out of Salvation's Reach. We get a couple short stories, and then there's a fight. And at the end of the fight, halfway through the fight, they're like, look at your Cron. And the Cron's like, it's been 10 years in the last 2 minutes. They experience a time skip, not we experience a time skip.
That's an important distinction, yes.
That is an important distinction. How'd you feel about that, where they did some time travel, basically?
I don't like it. I really felt like Abnett was like, okay, I want to do this, right? I want to move the story forward, but I don't want to age my characters again because they're already old. How do we do this? Warp bullshit, go! And he did it. Ta-da!
You don't mind that it's time travel, but only forwards? I feel like you should be okay with that.
No. I don't think it breaks the story. I think it's fine, especially within the concept of warp bullshit. But it's very obvious that he was like, I need to push this forward, but I can't age my characters anymore. What do I do? Oh, yes, the warp is always there for this kind of thing. Yeah.
Sure, that is what the warp's there for. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
Therefore,
Yeah.
no, definitely not. But I just don't like that I can feel it so heavy-handed in this situation.
Okay. I thought it was fine because I did not see it coming, right? Like, I wonder if how people, because this book was like 3 or 4 years released after the last one, we're like, I can't wait to find out what their next little adventure is. And then it's like, oh, it's not their little adventure. It's them stepping forward 10 years later to a pivotal moment and immediately taking center stage in the inner circle of the Warmaster, you know?
Yeah, which honestly... About time. 12 books in.
I feel...
Yeah.
I wonder if Dan felt like he had written himself into a corner of Gaunt being kind of underappreciated by High Command. And so, like, how do we get them to promote him and listen to him and not just be like, have him be part of the conversation for the last 20 years? It's like, oh, we just skipped forward 10 years. Have him be promoted posthumously, but then come back to life.
Yeah.
And they just go, shit, we got to give it to him.
Which is the funniest part in the book, where they're like, so posthumously, we made you, oh crap, what's the word?
Militant commander.
He made you a militant commander,
Yeah.
but you're not dead and you're here, so like we can't take it back.
I love that they have this big circular table with there's 30 of them, and they're all like, we're here for your report, Gaunt, about Salvation's Reach and the artifacts in which you have procured. And he's like, well, I see one empty chair. It must be for the Warmaster. I will give my report. And they're all playing this big joke on him where they're like, that chair's not for the Warmaster. It's for you. Sit down. And then they have like a night of partying, like making fun of the fact that they were all pranking him in this moment.
Very fun.
It's very fun.
It is good.
It's a great little high moment before all of the sadness in the world comes to you.
Right. Well, and what's fun, though, is that you do the action in the last book. You're like, boy, I sure hope these two factions, the Sons of Sek and the other guys, actually fight each other and help us win this war. But who knows if we'll ever see the effects, because it might take a long time. And then Abnett's like, 10 years has passed. It totally worked. Awesome. And you're like, oh, wow.
Yeah.
All right.
So I remember last week we were talking about how I vaguely remember that Dan was just like, and somehow the Salvation's Reach mission worked. And we were like, but what about all the dead guardsmen there? You know, that they left and stuff. And Dan totally retcons it a little bit, where he's like, not only was it successful, because it wasn't just the Salvation's Reach mission, it was a series of things. That was the prime star, but there was a bunch of other stuff that happened off page that you don't need to worry about. It totally was just one domino that started to fall. It pushed a bunch of others. I'm like, okay, that's how I remember it. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Other things are happening in this war zone. Surely some of them must be important. Seems fair.
Nope. I mean, it's all very complicated. Yes. Totally.
Yeah. So, where to start with like big reveals and big moments?
I know, right? Yeah.
Go
I mean,
on.
I just really enjoy the fact that they're like, okay, now that you're in the inner circle, the Warmaster, we haven't seen him in a long time.
Yeah.
He sequestered himself off in the West Wing. No one goes there. We think he's losing his mind, and half of us are planning to like take over using the regimental channels. Like, we're doing this the right way. We're not going to hang him.
Yep.
And the other half are like, no, he's awesome. This totally sucks. He's doing great.
Yeah.
But none of us have seen him for a very long time. And Gaunt's like, 10 minutes after he gets there, he's like, you know what? I should go check on the Warmaster. Let's go. He's the best. He's the best.
Yeah.
Everybody else in the inner circle is just totally fine to be like, it's kind of a mystery, but I don't know. He sends us orders. It's fine, I'm sure.
So I
Gaunt's like, no.
on the one half, they're all like basically talking near treason, right? And Gaunt's like,
not all of them.
Not all of them, but like Van Voigt's is, and Lugo is, and Lugo's a prat. Like, we know this.
Everybody hates Lugo, which is the best.
Yeah.
Everybody who mentions Lugo's like, this guy sucks.
This guy sucks, but like, whatever. He's got the thing I hate is Van Voigt's is like, fuck Lugo. We need him because he has connections to the church, and I'm like, god damn it, his plan worked to present himself as the person who discovered the Saint Reborn. Like, fuck you, Lugo.
He's the worst.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, as you were saying, some of them are like, replace the Warmaster.
Some of them are like, replace the Warmaster. They've all, from their perspective, seen this slow slide over decades, right? Being like, the Warmaster's burnt out, right? He's losing his mind. His mind has always been his greatest strength, but he's now, like, rapidly fighting a crazy enemy. Like, they're all presented as, like, we broke Sec. He used to be a military genius of the enemy, but now he's just a crazy person, right? Something clearly changed because of what we did, and that's driving our Warmaster crazy. But Gaunt has no experience of that. They're just telling... All he has to go on is, like, he maybe shot the last messenger, and he's been holed up in the West Wing.
The one that went to try to find him is dead. Yeah.
Right, so he, for the same reasons that they all like that Gaunt's back, which I'll get to, is the same reasons why Gaunt just being like, no, I'm just gonna go find him. Like, that works so well because it's so interconnected, where they're like, we want to replace the Warmaster, but there are no good candidates. And then Gaunt shows up back 10 years from the dead. It's a miracle. He's got no strings attached. He's a newly minted Lord Militant, but he's also had been personally groomed by the last guy. He's a perfect candidate. And so they spring it on him. Not only are you now Lord Militant, we want you to be the next Warmaster.
Right.
Which feels insane.
What a conversation.
Yeah.
Yep.
But all those reasons where he's like, I don't have any allegiances to Van Voigt particularly, or any of the other generals. I'm not just going to take their word for it that he's going crazy. I'm just going to go check.
Yep.
It's great.
Yep. Go wander over there. It'll be fine. I'll be back for supper.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Honestly, Dan, masterful work here. I feel like
it's perfect.
Yeah.
Because you're rooting for Gaunt because it's kind of his whole thing.
Yeah.
And his ghosts.
Yeah.
And you're like, Gaunt would do this. Gaunt would totally immediately, first day on the job, be like, I'm not accepting any of this at face value. I'm finding this out for myself.
Right.
Let's go. He's the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make sure you and all the little character stuff around it, or it's like, at least let me give you the number of my tailor. You need to look the part, Gaunt. I do.
He's like, I have the badge. It's fine.
I have the badge. It's fine. It's like, no, we can't be on the battlefield and be like, who's the one in charge? Is it a guy standing over by the old the commissars who just looks like a commissar? No, it's that guy. It's very funny as well. It's very funny.
It is. It is. Dan likes his funny, and he likes hitting you where it hurts too.
Yeah. So where it hurts, where to start? Honestly, I think that you're gonna have absolutely no sympathy with me, which is I feel like the biggest death in the last couple of books is Ezra.
Dude, 100%. Are you kidding?
I thought you'd be like, this guy's in 4 pages a book, right?
No, Ezra rocks.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ezra is Gaunt's best friend.
Yeah.
He's amazing. And Abnett's he gets shot in the back and he's gone. Yeah. I'm like, wait, what? I'm flipping back. I'm like, did we? What? Huh? I'm flipping forward. I'm like, does he come? It's Ezra. He can't die to Meryn fucking Trent. What the hell? I'm still mad about this.
Meryn Trent is from Game of Thrones.
I know, but it works.
Meryn Flynn, I think, is his name, which is not exactly better. Oh no, it's Flynn Meryn. Flynn Meryn.
Oh, his last name is Merrin.
Yeah.
Anyhow.
Still, Flynn, Merrin, Trent. You can't. Ezra should not be killed. Like every scene with Ezra
No!
is he is the stealth guy who's like
Yeah.
always watching from the shadows, and like they had to teach him Gothic just so he could talk to people, and like even the Space Marine was interested in his weapon, and then this guy, he's like watching from the shadows, and he saves Flynn's daughter. Gaunt's daughter, and then it's like they were going to kill the girl, and then Flynn's like, "Oh, thank God you're here!" Bang, bang, bang. And you're like, "Hold on, did Courage the Cowardly cockhead just shoot the coolest badass woodsman like in the?" It feels like finding out that Arya Stark actually defeats the Hound in a sword fight. It's like that.
Little Arya. Yeah.
Arya Stark kills the Night Lord. It felt like that. Not the Night Lord, the Night King or whatever his name was. His title.
Yep.
It's like this shouldn't happen.
Well, but
Flynn's a giant cat. And I get it. He shoots him in the back.
Beyond this, though.
Yeah.
Beyond this, he knows Merrin sucks ass, and that he's a conniving son of a bitch. He's listened in. We have seen him listen in on conversations about Merrin talking about killing Gaunt's kid and kidnapping people, and he knows Merrin is trouble. He shows up, and he goes, "Well, my job is protecting Gaunt's kid, but I've been told everything's under control here by Merrin."
Right. So,
and Blenner, who also sucks. I'm just gonna take my leave. Goodbye.
Okay.
The hell.
So okay.
No.
Okay. Blenner, I'm not gonna let you have. Right. Blenner, we know sucks, but we don't know. Ezra doesn't know Blenner sucks. He knows that he's maybe like a fat, overweight, not really great commissar. But Gaunt speaks highly of him, right? Or has, and that's why he got him transferred. Right.
Ezra is wandering around, being in the shadows, listening to every conversation anyone ever has in the Ghost Regiment. He knows Blenner sucks. He knows.
I don't know. I'm willing to give it half. I'll meet you halfway. Like, if we tally this where it's like, okay, if it gets over 4, Blenner is a 0.5. Merrin is a 2, right? Or should be.
Yeah.
D.D. Gendler should have been 3. And, like, that's, okay, fine. But what I will say is, in one of the other books where they talk about Ezra, he refers to his Nitgani people as the same way that he believes the regiment is. His word for regiment is his word for family. You can have shitty members of family who you know are a piece of shit, but all the conversations that Ezra has seen of Flynn in the shadows is him being like, "No, we cannot kill Gaunt's kid," to DG. DG wants to murder Gaunt's kid every page of the book that he's in, right?
Yes.
But Merrin is the guy going, no, we can't do that. That's too far. And Flynn doesn't mean it, but he's standing next to a commissar, But that's what Ezra sees, and Ezra sees the regiment, and Flynn is regimental.
I hate it. I really don't like it.
You don't like it because it makes sense, or you don't like it because it doesn't make sense?
I mean, I think your explanation makes sense. I just don't like it. Like, I don't know. It's Ezra. He's a hunter. Like, he understands where danger is, and turning your back. Turning your back on this is just insane to me.
Yeah.
He gets gunned down like a dog. He doesn't even go down fighting.
No. Yeah. It sucks.
It really sucks.
And it's because he like goes in to check on the child, right? Be like, "Are you still breathing?" Because Didi was strangling her, right?
Right.
And so
he gets knocked and hits her head.
Yeah. And so he goes to check on her because he thinks, okay, I've dealt with the malcontent. And then another one comes in and goes, "Oh, thank God you were here, Ezra." Pow, pow, pow.
Right. Right. This is Ezra, who went with McCall on their suicide journey to retrieve Gaunt.
It's true. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, they rescued Gaunt.
Well,
they did the impossible.
it's a
It's
character.
too much.
It's too much emotionally.
Like, you know how McCall goes down? Fighting like 500 Sons of Sek.
Uh-huh.
Like, come on.
Yeah, and all they
Yeah.
and in the most he's not dead moment, all they find is his street silver. Like, yeah, obviously
Right.
he's still
Right. And then Ezra, the equal to McCall with all this fighting, killing stuff, gets shot in the back by Marin. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I hate it. Even if it makes sense, I hate it.
You hate it because you feel like he's done dirty, right? Like he deserved
Yeah.
more. Yeah.
Again, McCall goes down fighting a million Sons of Sek by himself,
Yeah.
like a true badass.
Yeah.
And Ezra gets shot in the back. It sucks. And like, I get it. This is Warhammer. Nothing's fair. Nothing's glorious, unless you're McCall, because you're always glorious and gaunt.
Right.
But otherwise, yes, you don't deserve anything. But man, Ezra.
Speaking of McCall, I love when there's the war pickup, and McCall is like, "I'm a ghost. I'm dead." And he's on the he's on the ship, and I like the idea that he doesn't remember who he is, but he's internalized his personality as being a ghost so much that he wakes up and thinks he's literally a ghost.
That is cool.
It's really like, again, it's really serious that McCall sees himself as like very loyal and very for the Emperor, and he's like, "Oh, even in death, duty doesn't end." I guess that was a feathing lie, right?
Yeah.
It's great. I love when he talks to like another guardsman who he sees as like cradling a broken wrist, and he's like, "Who am I?" And he's like, "Sir." He's like, "Am I a killer?" And he's like, "Yeah, famously so." You know, it's like a Rambo asked you, "Do I kill people?" He's like, "Yeah, you do.
You do. You really do." Yeah, that's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Where to go from there? I mean, Gaunt has a daughter. How do you feel about that plot twist?
I think it's fine.
Yeah, I think it's fine as well.
They teased it a whole bunch before they got there.
They did. But he gives the red herring of like Gull looking for the last like in the last book he was like, I had two sons. No, I had a son and a daughter, and it's like, oh, is it Yancey actually gonna be a boy? And it's like, no, it turns out it's Felix is a girl. Oh my god.
Right.
You really let me down.
There's a lot of misdirection going on in this story for sure.
For sure.
I wasn't quite sure where we were going with that, but yeah.
Yeah. Turns out Yancey maybe has something else going on.
I mean, we know Yancey has things going on. We've known this for a while now. Yes.
Yeah.
Gull's worried she's going to be taken by the black ships, you know. Yeah.
So, how do we even describe what happens with Yancey at the end? So, Yancey maybe has lice and loses her pigtails and is crying because she now looks more like a grown-up. And we, as the reader, are meant to think, oh, her defense mechanism of pretending to be younger to get special treatment is going to fail now. Because she looks visibly older now.
Right. And also, she's calling out specific ghosts dying.
Oh, yeah, people are going to die. Yeah.
Yeah. And then within 10 seconds, they die. It's pretty solid prognostication there, Yancey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, fast forward to later, there's a tiny little invasion happening on this little city in Odesh. The Gaunt is there like, what are they here for? Are they here for the eagle stones that we brought? But there's a lot of bad men coming, and Yancey starts crying because she wants her papa. Who we know is Papa Gaunt and Papa Gull, and they're no longer uncle, they're all papa. Everyone's a papa.
Right.
But then she starts saying some like, I don't want to... She says, my papa is calling me home. As blood-packed people... Well, not blood-packed. Sons of Sek are like coming
Right.
through where the ghosts are billeted in these residential areas, and Elodie is there, and she's trying to like pick her up and like leave in this room, and then it cuts away, and by the time some ghosts find them, Elodie and Yancey are there in just a room filled with corpses and mincemeat of people.
with exploded corpses.
Pieces.
Yes. Not
Yeah.
just corpses. They are exploded. Yes.
Yeah.
It's important.
It's important. Yeah.
And Elodie heard something that sounded like a bone saw, and it was real scary.
Yeah. So pin that somewhere in your mind.
I'm not going to forget about it, that's for sure.
Seems unlikely. So I don't think I'm going to skip that bit.
No.
Yeah. So thoughts
So then, on what? On Yancey?
on Yahtzee or like whatever you want to hit next? Like that's fine. She just like it's
Yeah,
scary,
so-
and they'll reveal it in the next book.
Yeah, we'll get there.
If you don't want to speculate, that's fine.
Yeah, so Gaunt's... I don't. I mean, obviously, some kind of warp fuckery is going on here. We know this. We've known this since that short story, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so something real bad, obviously. I mean, what's fun about it is warp stuff can be intentionally chosen by the host or not intentionally chosen by the host, right?
Yeah.
So that's the question: is like, what is this something that Yancey has chosen, or is something that's being foisted upon her?
Right.
And we'll find out. So
Yeah.
yeah, Gaunt's daughter's name.
Meritus Felix Chass.
Meritus Felix Chass. That's right, Meritus. Yeah. Her whole thing's kind of fun. I mean, I just like the idea that it's this like incredibly patriarchal society that she comes from, and her mom is the lord of a house, like the lady of a house. But everyone's like, I don't know, this is really freaking us out. And if there's a second one in a row, they're like, nope, done. You guys are out. We can do one, we can't do two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a thing. And so the plan is to just gen grow her daughter until she's like effective age 17, really 11, and then ship her off to her warlord father. You know?
Right.
And then I do think it's kind of funny that they're like, oh, time skip, and now Meredy is almost close to what her actual age should be. Her house has heard nothing of her. Presumably, maybe received a death certificate or something. And then 10 years later, hey, someone using Meredy's ID just pulled down a lot of money for a funeral.
Right? They don't discuss this at all.
No.
It's so crazy. Yeah. That's great.
I love.
Yeah, so Meritus' life ward dies.
Yes. Whose name is. What's her first name? I don't remember her first name, but I know that her surname is Dear Beloved, which I think is really kind of, I don't know, sinister that they're like, oh, we're sending you with this person. Her name is Dear Beloved. and she's going to look like your mum.
Right.
I think it's just like another nail in the coffin there. I think
real bad. Right. So there's these snipers attacking where the ghosts are hanging out in this housing, and it's not secure, and they know it's not secure, and they're pissed off about this.
Yeah.
And Dear Beloved is like, gotta protect my life ward. Let me run out there and try to deal with these snipers. And it's Creed, I think especially, is like, all right, look, you're a bodyguard. You're good in close corridors and small situations in rooms. You're really powerful here. You can kick anyone's ass. But you're not good in war. You're not good in open street combat where you can get shot by anyone at any time. You're not good at taking cover. You're wearing a ridiculous red outfit, which makes you stand out like a sore thumb. Like, I understand you want to protect your life ward here, but this is not your thing. And then she dies. So it's like, just immediately just wiped out.
Yeah, Madalena. Yeah. I looked it up. Madalena, Dear Beloved.
Nice.
Yeah, so she dies, and Tona's like, what are you doing? Like, I get that you're
Yeah.
super fast, but this is not the environment in which you're for. And she also like totally engages when she doesn't need to. Like, she's in a hab that's obscured from like the inside. There's no like there are windows, but like stay out of line of sight of the windows. It'll be fine. She didn't have to go out there. She just gets impatient that like the guard can't handle with a couple snipers, and there's a ton of reasons.
Right.
Like low ammo because they didn't have any ammo coming back from Salvation Reach. Turns out setting up
Right.
that aborted supply mission short story super important for making that scene really work. That you're like, they don't have a lot of ammo, you know. And like,
Right.
there's a couple
Right.
scenes where Hawk is like, "Have you tried talking to them about getting more ammo?" And they're like, "I have, sir, but they said it's gonna be a while." And he's like, "Well, let me talk to them." I'm like, "What do you think you can do?" I'm like, "Well, they haven't talked to Hawk yet." I'm like, "Hell yeah, Hawk, you go be a commissar off page for most of the book. It's fine. It makes sense." But I like Hawk. And so
Yeah, Hawk is good.
so there's like a cannon in one truck and the ammo's in another, and people are getting shot trying to retrieve it. You know,
Yeah. Yeah. So grimdark. Look.
very. So she dies. I absolutely love all of the dialogue between Blenna and Anna after Madalena dies. That is a tense conversation to listen to.
Dude, I don't know what got into Blenner to have this conversation with Kurth.
No.
Like, what is going on with you, dude?
Yeah, he is all over the place. He has been huffing Jacob Wilder's stash for a while now, it feels like. Which also he just killed him because it's like, yes, you needed to summary execute Jacob for like doing for the plot to kill Gaunt's kid. You have to, and he's like, pop. Oh, I guess there's a moment where it's like all of his survival instincts kicked in and his heart broke, and it's like, oh, Blenna, you're a cowardly piece of crap, but I know you had good intentions, like as much as a commissar could,
Right.
but like he just like totally is just like, yes, Flynn, I will be your bitch. Please pull out the inside of your pocket. I will hold it as we walk around. You know?
Exactly. He just gives up. He can't handle the guilt.
No.
Right?
Absolutely can't.
Of what he did to Wilder, of what it meant with the cover up. He has to keep the secret. He's not a man who can keep secrets to save his life.
No.
He's really not.
Nope.
Yeah, weighs on him. He's obviously like about to spill the beans to Dower, I think, to somebody.
To somebody.
And Marin's like,
Right.
just kind of keeping an eye on him, and he's like, all right, look, you can't have that conversation again. I will take you down with me.
Right.
Keep it to yourself. Keep it under wraps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like
Blenner's falling apart.
trying to quash the investigation by the other commissar, the one who's like undiagnosed anally retentive
Right.
or whatever, and the Inquisitor's like, have you been diagnosed yet? And she's like, what? Very funny. Yeah, very funny. Everything with that Inquisitor is very funny, where it's like, yes, I'd like to talk to all the people who handled or saw the Eagle Stones. And she's like, well, as of last night, I have to do this a bit more politely because you've all been raised up to like Cobalt clearance. God damn it. You know? And she's like,
She's so pissed off about it. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, I thought that was really funny.
Yeah. Like, because for whatever reason, those idiots decided to make Gaunt one of them.
Yeah.
Now everyone attached to him is special, and
Yeah.
fuck. Like, I had this whole plan.
Yeah, it's. I really like that you can feel that she's reading off that, like, yes, as of 12:01 standard time, Lord Militant Commander Gaunt affirmed his position, and everyone at company and particulars level. So it's only the officers who get sworn in at Cobalt automatically, and she's looking at it and it's like, and I have 3 officers sitting across from me. God, why couldn't you just be dog soldiers?
It's good.
Yeah.
It's good.
So Anna and Blannett's conversation, oh boy, where he feels that, like, well, he knows that Anna has been waiting for Gaunt, and Gaunt has kind of been waiting for her, sort of, but he doesn't know that he's been waiting. Gaunt's love life is a mess and not really presented very well in the books. Like, that's another thing that Gaunt thinks about when we're getting Gaunt's perspective.
No, never.
Never
Once. He's always thinking about other stuff.
Yeah. So, like, we know that Anna really did not like Madalena. When he sends Madalena to get Anna on the ship because Spike is dead and he's doing chest compressions, the first thing she says is, "Don't send your bitch to find me ever again."
Yeah.
So that really sets up that she
Really
does not
doesn't
like
like
her. Yeah. And
No.
then, but Blenna's and her relationship where she's like, well, Blenna's like, she's dead. You've got an opportunity. You're just going to, like, up and leave me. So he's, like, feeling abandoned.
He's all whiny about it.
And he's overwhelmed because he's on the pills. And, you know, all of this technically happens before he kills Jacob and all that. But it's where she is really tearing into him. But, there's always a angle, and, like, you're a real piece of shit, you know that, Blenner. And
she's right. He is. He's always angling. Every time we're in his head, anything he's doing is to improve his standing or his reputation or get something he wants. He does not care about anybody else.
Yeah.
Like, anything he does for somebody is in service to his own career, and that's his motivation for it. It's never anything else other than saving his own ass.
For sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, man, Anna is one of those characters that's been around for forever. And if Doc Dorden was the original emotional core of the regiment, I feel like the Ghost. Yeah, I feel like Anna fell right into that, even if she has less page time. But because she's now, like, head surgeon as well, she takes up that role as well. And it's like, okay, it's implied that she's sleeping with Blenna, but the way she presents it is they just get drunk and, like, chat, and she values his friendship. That's how this now sounds. So I don't know if you feel like you're waving the retcon flag for that, because I felt like it was kind of wink, wink, nudge, nudge. She's letting Blenna do whatever he wants while she's getting drunk.
I don't think so. I didn't pick up on that. I thought maybe that's where the direction was headed. She opened that door, but I didn't think that it was an immediately, okay, fine, you can fuck me now.
Right. It was never.
I didn't pick up on that at all.
It was never explicitly said, but I feel like I made that point last time, and maybe half jokingly at least.
Yeah.
But yeah, so, oh boy, it's just some people know how to write dialogue, and that's great dialogue.
Yeah. I mean, if Abnett couldn't write dialogue, he wouldn't have written 47 books for Warhammer so far.
No.
Yeah.
But I have also just been re-listening to some video essays about 50 Shades of Grey, which does not have good dialogue. Has really bad dialogue. So yeah, it's just sometimes you need to see something bad, and you get you get the contrast when you get something good in comparison, and it's that scene stuck with me. Like, I felt this, like, I despised Blenna firmly at that point, right? Before it was he was a bit up and down, a bit left and right, a bit inverse of Kane a little bit, where Kane thinks he's a massive coward but is actually a hero. Blenna knows he's a massive coward and thinks he's a coward but is doing his best to not look like it, and which is, like, a little bit of a scummy bit, but, like, someone's got to be a commissar to, like, a parade regiment or whatever, and he's, fine. If he wants to, like, eat cakes, let him. But now he's not there, and he can't muscle up, and Dorden is trying to help him. And you think there might be a chance, because he did go to Skolom with Gaunt, maybe something rubbed off, maybe it's buried deep. We're going to have this moment where he's like Ludd. We're going to add another Ludd, where he's going to dig deep, have his first moment of combat, and really pull through, and it's going to be a touching moment as he executes someone. No, instead you just despise him, and you rightfully so. Oh.
Yeah, he's the worst. Blenner sucks.
He sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, from Gaunt's perspective, right? He loses the woman he's sleeping with. She dies.
Yep.
His son's actually his daughter, and everything he thought about his son is a lie.
So doesn't know
Ezra. Well, I'm just saying,
Yeah.
Ezra gets murdered.
that yet.
Like, they want him to be Warmaster. He gets inducted into the inner circle, and then they want him to be Warmaster. He needs therapy. Like, this day is way too much for anyone
Yeah. It's,
to handle. I
yeah.
cannot believe it for Gaunt.
Uh-huh.
Like, Abnett writes out this list. This happens, and this happens, and this is a lot for Gaunt. And then this happens, and then this happens, and then this happens. I'm like, holy crap, dude.
But to be fair, at the moment, he only knows, like, 2 of those things have happened. Like, he only knows Madeleine is dead, and he only knows that they want him to be Warmaster.
I know, but he's going to find out, obviously.
He is, yeah.
Okay, that's all I'm saying.
But he solved the Warmaster issue. He's now just the first Lord Executor. That's way better.
way less pressure than being the Warmaster.
Yeah,
Hooray!
He's just officially been titled the heir apparent in case of Bakarov's death.
Yeah. I'm just saying, it is a lot.
It's a lot
for anyone to handle.
It's a lot. And if I know anything about Gaunt's Ghosts and Warhammer, it definitely won't get worse before it gets better.
Right.
Right.
Also, at no point will Gaunt actually emotionally wrestle with any of this. He's just going to be stiff upper lip, let's get the job done. Gaunt?
For sure, yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, what else is there? I mean, most of it is played for funnies, but Colonel Ron, love it.
Yeah.
Absolutely love it, where he's like, I don't want it. Nope, please no. No, I don't want to be a colonel. I was like, well, you've got it, because Gold's in jail, you know?
Yep.
Which we didn't even talk about
Gaunt's
that.
been promoted, so
Gaunt's-
he can't do this job.
Yeah, you can't. He's too far removed. Everyone will have to be on parade every time he walks into a room, right? You know, it's
Yeah.
like, I need to be able to delegate to someone here.
Right.
I do like that Ron was like, oh, I should step aside and Goal should do it. You know, he's the right man for it. He's actually good at this stuff.
It's the final evolution of Ron, right? Because we meet Ron, and he wants Gaunt dead for taking them off Tanith as it dies. Legitimately, right?
He tries to kill Gaunt in Ghostmaker. Like, there's a short story where Gaunt saves his life after Ron tries to kill him.
Right.
Yeah.
So that is V1 Gaunt, or V1 Ron.
Yeah.
And now we have him being offered control of the ghosts on a silver platter, and he goes, no.
He even makes a joke about it. I don't think the commander of the Ghost should be someone who's sworn lifetime revenge against you. You know?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I love that so much. Or you can talk about Goal now if you want.
Yeah. Goal gets arrested by a colonel so that an Inquisitor can't get to him just as easily. It's very complicated and does not get resolved in this book. But
No.
it's a thing. Goal why did I'm confused. We know Goal is suspicious because the voice in his head was telling him, give me the Eagle Stones or I'll kill your kids. All right.
Yes.
But what information did the Inquisitor use to work out that she really needed to speak with Goal? Or interrogate Goal?
I think he was there every step of the way with the Eagle Stones. He was there when they were found. He was there when they fell out of their container during the warp shenanigans.
I don't think he wasn't there for that, because that's why Shoggy and Bandauer and all that are there. It's because they were present, and that's why they're having that conversation with the totally ineffective redactor sensor baffle, where it's like, if we say things that are above Cobalt, they'll never know because it'll just mute us. And Shoggy's like, I can lip read. We've got half the regiment's deaf. What do you want about?
Yeah.
So I'm not entirely clear on why Goal is being arrested.
I think just because he was there the first time.
All I can think of is after the Bad Shadow incident, this Inquisitor has just gone, there's something else here. Like, this can't be the full story. There has to be more, and is like, let's just pull him in, but roughly, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Inquisitor,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Okay, so I know I said that like a lot of Goal being like, did I have 2 sons or 1 son and a daughter is a lot of red herring for Meredy being a girl. But how do you feel about him actually being like, do I? I need to send to Vervenhive to get records. We'll ignore that the hive was so badly destroyed that they actually abandoned it and rebuilt somewhere else, and definitely still have all that information just like lying around.
Right.
But yeah, do you think
That's happening.
that's happening?
Poor Gaul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, poor Goal. Just can't catch a break.
No, 100%. He's having a rough go of it.
Yeah.
I mean, this whole concept where he's like, did I have 2 sons or did I have a son and a daughter? I'm like, Gaul, my guy. They're your children, sir. Like, I know you've been through a lot. I know you lost your entire brain for a while.
He is pretty damaged.
But honestly, yes.
Okay, I've got like one thing left off the top of my head that I can think about the book. Do you have anything else before? Because I would like want to end on it. Do you have
No,
anything
go
else?
ahead, let's end on
Do you have any highlights that you want to read out? Any quotes? Any particular things from the physical?
I usually do have some highlights, but we probably covered most of them.
We probably covered them.
Definitely highlighted Ron being offered command of the ghost and being like, no, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Annotations.
You know, talk about King of the Knives, the greatest nursery rhyme of all time.
Yeah, it's fine. We hashed that out already.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they keep going back to this, but just the concept that, like, McCroth asks him, do you not want the job, to Gaunt? And Gaunt goes, I haven't even considered my feelings about it. Probably not, on balance. And McCroth goes, well, that's why you're the right man, of course. And it's like, yes, the people that don't want it are the best men for the job. And consistently, that is a message throughout this book, is that Gaunt doesn't want it, so he's probably the right guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so the only thing that I have left, which is they keep talking. Gaunt has, like, within a day, accurately surveyed the Urdash warfront as what's going on. Makaroth is using himself and High Command as bait. Sek is using Urdash as bait. But also he's using the Saint as bait. And the only thing that I could think of every time that the Saint came up is that motherfucking Bryn Milo is on this planet, but not in this book.
Right.
Because he's with the Saint. He's with the Saint.
Unless he died.
Well, yeah,
Unless he died.
He might be dead, yes. That's another thing.
Yeah,
Like,
that's all I'm saying.
That like, we could have an update to Bryn Milo here, and we're not getting it. How dare you, Dad? How dare you?
Right.
It's been like 6 books since Brynny Boy was here, and you're teasing us with him being like, oh, the Saint's here on the planet. Maybe we can get you a comm link. I'm like, fuck you, Dad. Fuck you.
I didn't even make that connection. Like, I know that Bryn's with the Saint, but never once was I like, the Saint is here. Bryn's here! I didn't actually make that connection at all. That's interesting.
Yeah.
All right. I think he still has his little pipes.
I hope so. I hope he still has
That'd
his
be nice.
pipes. Yeah.
I mean, assuming he's alive.
Assuming he's alive. Okay. Oh, damn it! I did think of something else. This is where I was originally going with Goal having a son, 2 sons. Which is,
Okay.
if you go back to Necropolis, all right, and pull up the moment where Tona meets Goal's wife.
Okay.
Dan does write about the child in the stroller, the pram or whatever,
Okay.
as being a he.
Okay. That's crazy. Because I was like, if we go back, Dan, is this going to work out for you?
Mm-hmm. And it does, yeah.
And it does.
It does.
Okay. So what the hell, Gaul? Like, I get it. You think your kids are dead, and then you find someone's raising them, and at no point is he like, a son and a daughter, eyebrow raise.
Right.
That's weird, man.
It's weird. So, I mean, the first time I read this book, I went back and I checked, right? Or I looked up people being like, So what about when? Like, is there any evidence to support this? Before I got to the next book, so that's why I feel safe to talk about it. Which is that yes,
Okay.
Yonsei is referred to as a he, or like there's something like his nappy, the baby and his nappy, right? Like it's talking about his diaper.
That's crazy.
Um,
Yeah.
so in my head, my first like thoughts were, okay, maybe Tona, I don't know, somehow saved another kid like in the rubble or
Yeah.
something. Like, oh, I found Dalin, and Dalin's just grabbed like the nearest baby because it was like a shelter or something, or
Yeah.
something going on.
And right, and it's a war zone. She's pulling kids out of the rubble. Like,
Right.
yes, 100%.
100%.
I can see her grabbing two kids who are not related and being like their siblings.
Right.
Right? Totally, 100%.
And so, like, I feel like that as a reveal in the next book will, like, even if I worked it out, I feel like that would be crazy. That they send the records from Vervenhive, because that's the only purpose of the records from Vervenhive could really have. Be like, oh yes, and we have gene samplings that you had 2 sons, or you had a son and a daughter, and Dalin and Yonsei are neither of them, right? That Tona has grabbed kids because she's rescuing kids, and she believes that these kids are called Dalin and Yonsei, or maybe Dalin is real, but that's not Yonsei. That's like not, they're not related. They're not actually Gol's kids. And now all of our, because you gotta remember, the first time I read these books, I was in your position where I'm like, Gol, just go and get your goddamn kids. And like, if the reveal after 11 books, what if they're not Gol's kids? What?
That's insane. That is an insane story point to put in there because after being like Gaul doesn't really feel like they're his kids, and then Abnett's like, what if they're not? And you're like, oh wait, what?
It's insane, and yeah. So I don't know if you're hyped for that because going in, this is the last.
I'm mostly confused for it.
Mostly
honestly.
confused. Yeah. Well, confused and wanting answers is the same direction motion going hype, right? It's like I want answers. That's like hype. But as far as I'm aware, the Anarch, which is the next book by Dan Abnett, is the last one that Dan has produced. Continuing the story. So after this, he did write the Vincula Insurgency, which I believe is a prequel, right? It's like right after Ghostmaker or something, right? Like it's one of the first. They go way back in time. I think Bragg's in it. That's how old it is.
Sure.
But a little elf told me you're not here next week.
Correct. I'll be out of town, so
Maybe
a couple weeks.
A couple weeks.
Well, I mean, whatever. We'll do it when I get back.
Well, okay.
Because I'm off next week and I'm back the next week.
Right, but I have a tattoo appointment that week, so I can't do it that day. So what I was saying, what I was building to, is let's get we're taking a 2-week break. This gives us a chance to not read the Anarch, which is going to be incredibly disappointing, because Dan Abnett's newest book, Hive, is out, and it's a lot bigger than normal books, right? Like it's a 24-hour audiobook compared to like 11. But if we have a 2-week break, that's more time for both of us to read it.
Okay. I hear you.
So while I definitely want to get to the answers of is Dalin and Yonsei related, what's going to do as Lord Exeputor, is Brid Milo alive, what happened to all the exploding bodies, is Flynn going to get away with it?
So many questions. It feels like a soap opera.
Yeah. I will not begrudge you if you just go, fuck Summercron, I'm going to read it now, and I'm going to get these answers now. But if we wanted to take the 2 weeks that we're going to have between next shows to read a longer book, this would be a good opportunity.
All right. Deal. I already got it. I got Hive. It's on my Kindle now. We got it.
Huzzah. Yeah. So.
All right.
It is.
Deal.
Again, I talked about this book that it released in 2 parts, but I believe the Kindle version and the audiobook, they just compressed those because you don't have to print 2 books.
Right. Yeah. Super easy.
And they're not gonna gouge 2 sales out of us, because they're selling
They're not.
they're selling the paperbacks in pairs as well. Like, it seems weird, but okay. Anyway,
Very weird.
Hive.
Anyway.
Yep.
All right, Hive done.
Yep.
Okay, let's wrap it. I gotta go open some windows. It is hot in here.
It's getting warm too.
Ugh. I know. All right, so thanks for hanging out, everybody, for another edition of the Falcon Paladin Hour, streamed live here at twitch.tv/Somicron, youtube.com/@Somicron, a place to see the VODs. Support the pod by subscribing here on Twitch, cheering bits, or going to patreon.com/Somicron2 to support. You can do that. Be back in, I don't know, 10 days or something, 14 days, who knows. We'll be here. You can be here too. Love you all. Have a good one, and take care of yourself.
Bye.
Bye.